For the first date, keep it very simple. Do not overcomplicate it. Do not take the girl that you're going to be going on a first date with to anything extravagant, luxurious. It's too much pressure for her. She's going to be overwhelmed by it. And another thing is that if you take a girl to, like, let's say a fancy steak dinner as your first date, she will be expecting that on date 2 and date 3. So what you can't do when you're dating a woman is to like give this like super crazy event on date 1, and then on date 2 you do something very basic and simple. The girl's gonna be thrown off by it, and she also thinks you're gonna be a cheapskate. Avoid that altogether. What I did for my first date, this is a solution, guys. What I did on my first date is I took my girlfriend, when we were both single at the time, to ice cream. We went to Cold Stones. I got like a medium-sized cup. She got like a small cup. And we were able to just have a great, fluid, seamless date with just ice cream. Now, something I did to go a little bit above and beyond on the first date was I told her, let's go to Dave & Buster's, because we're at a shopping center and there was a Dave & Buster's that was like within like a 5-minute walking distance. So we ended up going there. Now, Dave & Buster's is a little bit on the pricey side depending on how much you're going to be playing arcade, but we spent about, I think, 45 minutes at Dave & Buster's. So we were playing like basketball games, air hockey, like Connect 4, anything that was very interactive where I was able also to show physical touch with her. So when we wanted to be competitive, I would, for example, like give her like a gentle nudge, like don't obviously like push her and be abusive. It was just all fun and games, right? Like I would nudge her, she would nudge me back. Anything to like show her that, hey, it's okay for you to like apply physical touch on me as I apply physical touch on you. And if, let's just say, you're finding out on the first date that like even you putting your hand on her shoulder, your hand on her thigh, her leg, you know, obviously please be calibrated about it. Don't be like weird and creepy and like start touching her like in a way that the girl's gonna get grossed out by you. So what ended up happening is like, if you notice that she's like kind of going like this, she's not ready to be touched by you. So please understand boundaries. Don't just like start going AWOL about it. So if you don't want to do ice cream, let's just say you have like a lactose intolerant kind of allergy or something like that. Something you can do is like you can get yogurt. Frozen yogurt is fine. Another one is going to a bar. If you're over 21, you can go to a bar. I would say just maximum 2 drinks per person. Do not go beyond 2 drinks. That's when you guys are going to start getting too intoxicated, and you don't want to build a connection off alcohol. Me, I don't drink. My girlfriend does drink, but she doesn't drink profusely. She will limit herself to like 1 or 2 drinks, like when we go out and about. Now, when we, but back then when I did meet her, I believe I was still drinking back then. So I think I just got like 1 drink or something like that. And like, maybe that was it. I can't remember. Baby, did we end up drinking at Dave & Buster's when we were playing? Everything was sober? Okay, never mind, guys. Everything was like completely sober. So, but actually the first night we did meet, we were in a nightclub. I was drinking that night, but I took it really easy. I wasn't going like above and beyond and like getting like plastered drunk. That's what I noticed is a lot of guys, they have to like rely on alcohol. So if you're going to do a first date idea to going to a bar, don't go crazy and drinking like a whole bottle of Tito's or freaking Casamigos. Like, the first date is about understanding, is this person qualified to move forward with me? Whether it's intimate or non-intimate, depending on like your pace as a man, like, because remember at the end of the day, like you're leading the first date. If you show any inauthentic signs, you show something that about you that's like weird and uncalibrated, you're not being true to yourself, the first date's not gonna advance anywhere. So keep it simple, guys. Don't set such high expectations. Let the high expectations come naturally, and let the girl, dare I say, deserve being in more exclusive events, more luxurious events, more expensive events. Because then at that point, she's going to feel like, wow, like I really nurtured this relationship, this connection with this guy that I've been seeing for the last like 2 months, 3 months, whatever the case may be. And since then, you know, it makes sense why we're doing something so luxurious, like a steak dinner. And the best part is that when my girl and I, we were doing our first date and getting ice cream, like we were able to really pay attention to each other. Like I showed a lot of presence with her as she did for me, showed a lot of gratitude for her as she did for me. And we ended up having a great intimate connection. So after Dave & Buster's, we went back home and everything, of course, is consensual. We ended up having a great intimate experience. And from that point forward, I knew that my girlfriend, the girl I was dating, who was my girlfriend, I wanted to make her my girlfriend. I wanted to actually go like long term with her and I want to get married with her. Now, obviously that conversation came out like later down the road, but want to let you guys know again, like these are my first date locations that I would go to. I would not do anything again extravagant. Just make it simple and the girl will appreciate you. And if she is giving you a hard time about where you guys are going, she's not really there for you. She's there for the event. And that's not a girl that you want to go on a first date with or even continue to date. Hope that helps, guys.